Hey guys, so welcome to the JV's Nature Walk. And today I want to talk about the spiritual meaning of flying. So basically, I just decoded the spiritual meaning from flying from my perspective, and I just jot down my memory. Stuff from memory and just thoughts I have about flying and stuff like that in my journal. And I'm just going to be reading from that, guys. Alright, so also, all the pictures in this video are mine. So it's a nice, authentic video. So let's get started, guys. The spiritual meaning of flying. For me, the spiritual meaning of flying means being in control of your own reality. The act of flying originates in the mind. Instill that statement in your mind. Let me quote a statement from the Kabbalion. The all is mind, the universe is mental, the Kabbalion. Everything is mental and centered around the mind. When a bird flies in the air, it rides the updrafts and thermals, created from the earth and the sun. The element air is tied to masculine energy. Planet Mercury is tied to the element air, and this planet is tied to communication. The air is filled with different forms of communication. The sky is a huge highway filled with multitude forms of communication. The act of thinking a thought form into existence is instantaneous in the air and etheric realms. Mental telepathy is possible in this realm, and it's like magic because it's instantaneous and there is no time lag from instant calls to the eventual effect. When you come back to Earth, you feel time instantly, and everything is time consuming and rigid. This is the difference between the earth from the heavens above. Earth is limited, but the sky is limitless. The act of flying originates in the mind of the all. We all have access to the all. There is no serious society that just have access to the all. Everyone does. Flying represents vibrating on the higher plane, your higher thought forms. What do I mean by that? The higher plane is a mental plane or dimension above the lower plane. In order to transcend the lower plane, you have to train your mind to think and vibrate on the higher plane. There are a few ways to train your mind to think from a higher plane. One way is to write down positive affirmations from the I am masculine principle, commanding the universe that you are firm in your words and belief. Ingrain your mind with I am principle and feel the emotion of your words. Once you affirm your I am positive affirmation backed by the strong emotional feeling, you will soon find yourself vibrating on the higher plane. Of course, in the beginning, this step will not always be easy, or on some days if it's harder than others, but those days and the days that you are being tested by the universe and yourself to see if you firmly believe in your own words and in yourself. If you do not firmly believe in yourself or your words, then you will fall prey to your own mental trapdoor. Always remember, the all is mind, the universe is mental, the Kabbalion. Everything originates in the mind. Belief is a major component to flying. If you lack faith in yourself, you will never fly, and you will remain earthbound. Even the bird that flies in the sky is earthbound as well, but it knows when to let go of what no longer serves its purpose so that it can fly again another day. Anybody is capable of flying. Even fallen angels are capable of flying again, even though the process will be harder because fully ingrained in the back of their minds, they remember from the highest point that they were flown back down, and this created a traumatic experience for them. As above, so below, as below, so above. Just because you were knocked down once, does that mean you cannot rise back again? But you can rise even higher than from the point you have recently fell. Remain vigilant and sturdy in your mental focus towards rising back up from your fall, and as time goes on, you will see that past backward swings that have tried to swing you back down to your fall become less effective to you, and you will rise higher than your fall. Flying is nothing but mental focus. When a hawk rides, it thermals. It is affirming power over its words and thoughts. Thermals are hot-rising air created by the sun as the sun heats up the ground. Thermals represent positive affirming words and thoughts. When a hawk rides on these positive affirming words and thoughts about itself, it starts to vibrate and rise to the higher plane, the infinite realm. Nature is symbolic of the all. I find hawks and other birds of prey to be very inspirational because, especially when they ride the thermals high above circling. When hawks circle high above, this represents the mental upward spiral. Whatever we ascend or descend, we do so in a spiral formation. It's in our DNA, literally. When you see a hawk circling, it might be urging you to focus on rising higher than you currently are. Maybe there is something that you can do to lighten the load of mental belief systems or habits that are preventing you from flying higher. I just want to say this too. So black people's hair are shaped like coals. Coals are shaped like spirals. Spirals go up and down. And this is a perfect example of the mental spiral. I can take a strand of my hair and I can see a coal or spiral shaped hair follicle. As above, so below. So as below, so above. We can either spiral upwards or downwards based on our thought forms backed by emotions that we are currently vibrating. The act of flying is tied to planet Neptune, and Neptune is both god and goddess of the skies. Birds are ruled by Neptune. The zodiac sign for planet Neptune is Pisces, and Pisces' affirming statement is I believe. Like I have said, belief is a major component of flying. I am a Pisces ascendant, and I love anything that has to do with flying, dreaming, and being in my own world. When I was a kid, I had so many flying dreams. And present day, I photograph birds flying. And this is all coming from my experience, guys. The last thing that I want to say, rise above the polar opposites and acknowledge them as the same to a degree. Polarize yourself in neutrality in the middle between two polar opposites and transcend. When two people are in an argument, a third person comes by and acts as a mediator. And the mediator gets both parties to see each other's point of view. In the end, they transcend and resolve the argument. Flying needs to transcend the polar opposites and become one with the all. Another thing too, If you're talking about flying, feathers represents higher vibratory thought forms. Whenever you see a feather, pay close attention to it. Feathers are prime indicators of vibrating thought forms on the higher plane. Feathers represent positive thought forms. Feathers are lightweight, and they remind us to be the same. To become airborne, you have to be as light as a feather. Eliminate what no longer serves your purpose and soar to infinite heights. So guys, I have broken down and decoded the spiritual meaning of flying from my perspective. I didn't read a book or did any research on this. I just channeled what I believe about flying. I feel like this is at my core because, like I said, I was thinking about my Pisces ascendant, and this is what I believe. This is my belief system about the spiritual meaning of flying. So this is at my core, one of my core beliefs, and this is how I can channel and write things about the spiritual meaning of flying from my perspective so easily. But yeah, guys, I have so many flying dreams when I was younger, like countless flying dreams. I had dreams I was flying with the eagles. There were dreams I was actually flying and fighting a hawk, and there was other dreams I've had when I was flying so high. I was surpassing how high the hawks and eagles were flying. I was flying at an atmospheric level, so I have a lot of flying dreams. And usually in my flying dreams, I was always trying to escape, like escape something really. But like it was like either I was stressed or with danger or trouble. It was my way of escaping the situation. So I just decided to fly, ascend, transcend the situation, and I never had to look back. And that's how I, left. That's how I left the environment I was in. That was my escape route. So even when I was younger, I somehow knew how to escape the lower plane when I needed to. Not to say that the lower plane is bad, but if it's in an uncomfortable situation, there's no point for you to stay there. Like if it's a dangerous situation, you need to escape it, and you need to find a way to free yourself from that situation. So there is no such thing as good or bad, but if you want to ascend, then you need to free yourself of what no longer serves your purpose. Like I said, come as light as a feather, and you will ascend. But yeah, I thought this would be a longer video, but it's not actually a bad length at all. But all this, I just jotted down, I'll say like in a couple hours of just thinking about what does it mean to fly? What's the spiritual meaning of flying? This is all I had in my head, guys. This is exactly what it means to me to fly. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this informative video on the spiritual meaning of flying. I'm glad I've also used my own bird photography, bird in flight images for this video. Like I said, this is at my core, and this is the most authentic video I'll say I ever created since I started this channel. But yeah, everything comes together in the end. So yeah, have a nice week, guys, and I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and listening to my episode on the JB's Nature Walk, the spiritual meaning of flying. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Buy my books and my prints in the links below the description. Also donate, which is also below the description as well. Alright guys, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.